Howdy, howdy, and welcome back to Gale FFTCG. My name is Serah, your host, and today we will be looking at my top 4 fire cards by rarity. So that's a common, a rare, a heroic, and a legendary in that order. Let's go. So first off, 2CP Avalanche Operative in fire with an EX burst. This is Elf. There are probably some more interesting cards, but I thought that if you were looking at the commons in the set and you wanted to settle on a really good one, and then also on top of that we're just starting out the game and wanted a budget deck, Avalanche is a budget deck. It comes out of the starter set. The fact this is a common that you can just get out of a jank box, or you literally could ask your friends from their draft chaff, but makes a really strong deck. This is great. When this enters or EX burst, you can discard a card and then search for an Avalanche Operative, and you can tap and put this into the break zone, and it will deal 1k damage to something, and that's it. Simple card, but it's super strong. Montblanc, 3 CP, and when it enters the field, you can go ahead and pay X, search for a Howdy of cost X, and put it on the field. And if you want to do that, you can only pay ICP for that, which is very important to know. But this is definitely a good backup engine and can be played off of the new Serah, which I will talk about in another video. But yeah, this is a great card. Up next, we have Adelard, who is a fire hero, 2 CP Red Mage, category FFBE, which is very relevant because it has a special and can be played with Glaciala Wazette, which is fantastic. The damage dealt by your abilities to forward's opponent's control cannot be reduced. So it's a Kuchaspo effect, literally on a body, which is fantastic. 2 fire during this turn. If your ability deals damage to a forward, double the damage. This is really good for a number of reasons. So this is any ability, so you could do this really early. You put this down, maybe your opponent's, I don't know, played something big really fast. You just put this down, and then you can play like an Emperor Zandi to deal, 14k. Stuff like that is very good. I don't need to tell you how good this is. We also have a special, Jamming Thrust, 2 fire, and choose a forward, deal at 10k. That can go up to 20. That's pretty good. This card is just very cheap, very strong, and adding this to any fire deck, no matter what deck it is going to inherently make your deck stronger. If you wanted to play this in a budget deck, you easily could, just because of how good it is. Obviously, fire and water have been known to go together, so Glaciala Wazette's really strong with this. There's just a lot of ways to take this card, and I think this is definitely the first heroic you should pick up if you are going to pick one up. And the last, but certainly not the least, it is Hien. This is the legend I settled on for a couple of reasons. It's good in a lot, and I do mean a lot of different fire decks. So, if you control, is a 4CP 8k Samurai, which is very important. But if you control 5 or more fire characters and or category 14 characters, Hien gains haste. So Hien can attack. He does not give haste, but he can gain haste. And you'll see why that's pertinent in a moment. So when When Hien attacks, activate all the category 14 forwards you control. Until end of turn, this forward can attack twice in the same turn. This effect only triggers once. So, Hien has to attack first, and then you activate all of your category 14 forwards you control. Till end of turn, this forward cannot attack twice in the same turn. So this is great, obviously, for category 14. However, I also like this with Samurais because Hien can attack twice as well. Because he activates himself on his attack trigger. So if he attacks twice, what you can do is you can, basically, if you have a Cyan on the field, you can do damage twice off of Hien, which could potentially be a board clear, which is very strong in and of itself. It's also nice that Gosetsu, the Searcher, can actually find a good Hien for once. I really love this card. I think this card's great. Again, another one to pick up if you want to buff a Samurai deck, which is a fairly cheap deck. I think there's only a couple legends in it that are actually very hard to get a hold of. We also got a Samurai backup, which makes the deck really strong. So I'd recommend this if you only have a couple of options for summons, or maybe not summons, sorry, but like you're on a budget. This card is very good, so the price might spike a little bit, so grab them while you can. But I definitely think this card is versatile enough that if you had one legend to pick from, this would be the one I would recommend. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day and a great rest of your week. Do not forget to comment below and let me know which fire cards you are looking forward to. And as well, don't forget to like and subscribe, because then Big Algorithm will notice me and help keep this channel going and help it be awesome. I'd love to expand our community more.